there. Today we're going to replace a popcorn ceiling in our dining room with foam tiles. Given to us by Ceiling Tiles by us.
The first step isn't required, but it's recommended. Use a 2x4 and scrape the popcorn ceiling to remove some of the low-hanging and loose material. The tiles will be easier to keep even then when you install them. Apply the material liberally. I dab it several places on each tile. The first tile is very important. Measure your ceiling to determine the center line, then mark that center line so the tile is straight. Press the tile onto the ceiling and then gently press all the corners in the center so the mastic will be evenly spread. Check your mark and make sure you have it lined up exactly where you want it. You can move the tile a little bit either way just by sliding it with your hand. If your tile has a pattern, make sure you align the tiles the same way every time. Carefully note the direction, then lay them on your work table the same way every single time. As you place each tile in the ceiling, make sure they're lined up exactly with the one next to it. A small error will continue to grow every time you install a tile. If they're off a little, you can move them into place with a little push. Don't try to peel the tiling off the ceiling to replace it, as the foam can easily break. When you get to the end of your row, you'll have to cut the edges to fit. Mark the tile on the inside with a felt pin. Cut it about 1/4 of an inch shorter than the actual measurement. You can use corner molding on the borders when you're done. Use a sharp razor knife to cut the tile. It cuts very easily, but it needs a good sharp knife or it'll drag a little bit. When possible, it's best to put all the whole pieces up first. Then after that, all the pieces that require trimming. That way you can maximize your tiles without wasting too many. Continue installing the tiles one at a time. For vents, cut a small hole, install the tile, and then open the hole with a razor knife. For light fixtures, the same way. Cut a small hole and then widen it after you glue it up.
Well, there you have it. It's about an 11 by 11 ceiling. Took us about 5 hours, 6 hours of time. We took our time, stopped for lunch once. Cutting around the vents and hanging the light took a little bit of time, but everything else went pretty simple. These tiles are incredibly easy to put up. They stay up when you put them up, and they just look fantastic. The room looks bigger and brighter, and it really came out nice. So I really recommend this product.